I want to talk about friendship. And I want to talk about something I wrote about 10 years ago in my master's thesis. And that is the notion of friendship through social media and the passive friendship that social media allows. Example. So, back in the day, before there was internet, your relationship was based on communication. It was based on you meeting up with your friends or talking with your friends on the phone. We're not going to talk about letters because I think you have to skip back another generation before that. But mainly meeting people face to face or at least talking to them on the phone. What happened with social media is that instead of me calling my friend and telling him or her what I've been doing for the last couple of days or weeks or so, we now post things on social media such as Instagram and Facebook. Both pictures of where we are and the mood that we want to project at that time. It doesn't have to be the exact mood we're actually in, but it's the mood that we want to project. And then on Facebook you have both the image part, but also mainly the text part. What are you up to today is basically what the box used to say back in the day. Like, tell us, the internet, how you're feeling. And we would write our hearts out. We would explain why, we would explain that I'm not together with this person anymore. We both came to disagreement. It's almost like part of it has become like a press release thing. We let off steam. Filter or no filter, we let off steam. And we're expected as recipient of those receiving this to react in different ways, to choose which, like emoji would work best. The laughing one, the impressed one, the love one, or the thumbs up, I don't really care. Or even, better, or I don't know, worse, writing a comment. I think actually when it comes to Facebook, a lot of people don't write comments because they don't like getting notifications that others have written comments on the same post, because when you get a notification, you want it to be about you, right? You want it to be about you. So how does this fit in with the notion of passive friendship? Well, basically, if I put up stuff on the internet, if I put up stuff on the internet and my friend sees this stuff, and maybe my friend also puts up stuff on the internet and I see that, and we might react to each other. We might just see each other's post, or we might react with a poke heart or poke sad or whatever, or even writing a comment. But the passive friendship happens when there's no direct communication. I'm not communicating directly with you, my friend. We just know what's going on in each other's lives. Almost like, I know, my friend's parents know about my parents because me and my friend, we talk about them and we tell, each other's parents, but they never talk to each other even though they know each other. I mean, I have people on Facebook and Instagram that I went to school with, and we graduated in '98, and most of them, I think pretty much all of them that I have there, I haven't met since. It's been 21 years. Sure, I wish that person congratulations on the new baby, or congratulations on getting married, but there's not been any direct communication, and it's been so many years of this now, even obviously before I wrote about it. And in a way, I would like to, aside from the fact that sometimes you just go into your Facebook flow and you just kind of take people out because I don't know who this person is at all. I'm not sure even why this person wanted to add me. You do these cleanups every now and then, if you know what I mean, where you make a decision. But what the passive friendship also does is that it doesn't break up relationship the way that it might used to do. I mean, if I had a friend back in the day before internet and we hadn't called each other or hadn't met for quite a while, there would be tension, because there would be okay, why are we not talking? It would be awkward But nowadays you're constantly connected without being connected, so that there's no reason to stop being friends. I mean, now you almost have to agree to not be friends. You know, stop following someone on Instagram, but you know, unfriending someone on Facebook, someone that you've actually been friends with outside of the platform, that's a big step. I mean, then something happened there. I mean, you could just like, I don't want to see anything of what this person is posting. I have people like that, whether I want it or not in my life. And that's a good option, because then I don't have to tell them that I don't want to be your friend, Facebook friend, but you will never know that I'm not seeing what you're posting. I mean, I don't do that with a lot of people, obviously, because what's the point of being friends then? But you almost have to agree not to be friends, and with the connection that people have with so many people now, I mean, you can be Facebook friends with someone you met at a party, and 10 years later, you still haven't met since that party, and it's like, what do we actually have in common? What are the, you know, the shared agreements we have that's connecting us as people, as friends? Maybe not. It's almost like having, well, it's good to have. It's almost like Facebook has become LinkedIn, but for friendship. It's good to have, you know, if I ever need it. Ugh. But then there's also the kinds of people, and I think I've talked about this before, people that I started to get to know through, for example, YouTube, because we were both doing YouTube, but then the other person stopped doing YouTube, but because of, you know, Facebook and other social media platforms, we've been able to stay friends. And now our friendship is not dependent on the fact that we both create things for people to watch on a site like YouTube. It's evolved to something other than that. I mean, my friend Christina in Scotland is a good example. My friends Helen and Jerry in England are good examples. I have a lot of good examples of that, and I'm really grateful for that. To have people that I evolved my friendship from what it was first to become something that's more like the IRL friendships of the past. So yeah. What are your thoughts on passive friendships on, for example, Facebook? Do you keep people on there? Are you dependent on in your relationship with them to see what they're doing and let them see what you're doing? Or is it all just based on the people that I actually have around me? I mean, I have friends who are like that as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's just different ways of being within the flock of what everybody is doing, you know. The whole social media game and what it has led to, and where we are, and trying to figure out who we are within all of this. It's truly fascinating to be a part of that generation that saw what was before and then saw what happened afterwards. And we were not cemented by the first one, and we're still not really cemented by the second one. We kind of live in these double worlds of double experiences. So, but let me know what you think about this topic, and I will see you down in the comment section. Good talk.